Hello everyone, and welcome back to another Art of Conquest video. This is Legend Rooney, and the new update just hit the server like 2 days ago. I'm sorry I'm a bit late, but it's never late. Better late than never. Anyway, if you find this video interesting, please drop a like. If there is anything I can help you with, please drop a comment in the comment section below, and if you would like to see more, please subscribe. Now, as you read in the description, I'm going to do 50 dragonbane chest pulls. I just want to see if it's worth it. Maybe you want to see if it's worth it, so I saved up those chests just in case I'm going to get something cool. So we will know in the future if it's going to worth saving them up. Now, in addition with the update, you know that 3 heroes got modified. I would say some of them got buffed, some of them got nerfed. We will going to get into that as well. Also, the loadout, finally it came to the live servers, and I'm going to show you that first. I will say that this is the most important update, is the heroes pre-loadout. So I'm going to get Avalon, for example, and you can see that we have this little button over here where it says equip. So if I go and press the first one, this is the first equip for my Avalon. Now remember, this has nothing to do with the abilities. So the abilities, they do not get modified. It's simply just the equipment. If I go ahead and press 3, you can see that it already modified my Avalon. Now if I do another tap over here, that means that I agree with this preloadout. So this is going to be the equipment that it has on him right now. So this is the equipment that I put on him when I want to train army, because it gives us slightly bit more command, plus because of this item which gives bronze army supply. But for when I'm not training troops, I usually have this preloadout, and this is what I'm going to keep on him. And there is the second one. I'm not sure if I've done anything to it. No, I haven't put anything. So if you want to have like an extra setup for your heroes, there you go. You can go ahead and put the equipment you want on him, and then when you press next, I'm going to show you. I'm just gonna give him a random item.
Thank you for your generosity.
And let's say I want to change. It's going to ask you save current equipment selection as loadout 2, and you press save. Every time you want to change, a loadout, you just simply click on the item you want to change. You can equip it. Let's say I'm going to want to put the Skull Crusher in there, and then when you want to change, it's going to ask you save current equipment as loadout 1. Obviously I don't want to save it, but if you want to save it, you press yes. So if I go back to the first one, it's my original one. And if I press yes, I'm going to show you, if I press yes as well, it's going to save it again. So every time I mention it, every time you want to change one item, you have to save it again. So I change the loadout, I press save, and then I go back to the first loadout, and I have the Skull Crusher item. But obviously I don't want that, I want this one. Going to equip this one, and you don't really need to change the equip. You can simply just press next, and then you can save it, and then you can click back to him, and you have your loadout. Now the 3 heroes that got modified. Unfortunately, Tiadrin got improved significantly. She is way better than it used to be. It gives you a lot more options now how to use her, because of this ability, this Sacred Shield. Now this Sacred Shield is very important now. You can see she has sacrifice as well. Tiadrin sacrificed 50% of her remaining health to deal damage and impairing weakened armor onto them for 10 seconds. It's the same, so as higher you go in it, it's just going to increase the health. If you don't have Tiadrin, now I'm going to explain to you what does weakened armor mean, and it's very simple. When it applies weakened armor on the troops or on the specific troops or hero or boss, like a raid boss, when it does that, your troops will deal a lot more damage for that amount of time. 10 seconds will deal a lot more damage to that troop or that group of troops. And if you want to see what weakened armor does, it's very simple. They changed the description on Denji. Where is Denji? They changed the description on Denji. Is it stunning blow? No, it's this one, I think. Spin strike. Every so often Denji performs blah blah blah, impairing weakened armor for 3 seconds. Units affected by weakened armor take 25% more damage, and you can see that is the same thing. So what Tiadrin applies with her sacrifice, this weakened armor, those troops, those group of troops or that specific boss or unit will take 25% more damage. So I would say that it's a significant good ability to have at least 1 point in it. Now I'm going back to Tiadrin because we were talking about her. I just want to show the weakened armor. Hour of Retribution, you know about it. Divine Light, Purge the Land, don't find it very useful anymore. Sacred Shield, now this is one ability that I would say is very good, and I only have it level 2. You can see at level 3 is like 5300. So protects by a shield of the shield has absorbs damage. Tiadrin falls in combat. The sacred shield is passed on to all friendly heroes on the battlefield, protecting them with a shield. So this is where this is coming in very good hands. This shield, first of all, it doesn't have a cooldown, so this shield can persist for the whole duration of the battle. This is the first important thing about it. The second important thing about it is that it absorbs quite a lot of damage. The third thing, when she dies, it gives this shield or a portion of it to all the remaining heroes, and that is very nice and very cool ability that you might want to increase it. If you have a max level Tiadrin, I would max out this sacred shield. I would definitely max this sacred shield out. I'm pretty sure it will absorb a significant amount of damage. Now the downside of it is that Tiadrin has no damage mitigation abilities, so that means that it doesn't matter how high the shield is going to be. If she gets targeted, she will still go down almost instantly because she has no damage mitigation like Bane. I'm going to get to Bane as well. Bane has a lot of damage mitigation, so that shield on Bane will be much more effective than this shield is on Tiadrin. Obviously you can equip her with an item and mitigate some of the damage, but she is still much better than before, so this change on her is pretty good. Another hero that got modified is Gun, and I'm pretty sure that Earthquake was already doing that. Basically what Earthquake does now, dealing 9 damage and greatly lowering the attack and movement speed of enemies in the area of effect, deals massive damage to building. If you ask me, I would say that it was already doing that. They just changed the description of it. It was already lowering the attack and movement speed of enemies. It just was that it wasn't in the description before. Now it is. And Twisting Thorns. This is very important now on the enemy ranged troops. On the enemy ranged troops, and you should already know that the enemy ranged troops, blasters, archers, snipers, whatever they are the DPS unit of any player. So doing that, using twisting turn on them, twisting turns, and their attack suffer 50% reduction in accuracy. That means those troops, they will miss a lot, and they will reduce their damage significantly for the duration of the twisting turn. So this become a very important ability. Gun now has a very important role in PvP or in your army, and I very much like it. 50%, I would say, is pretty much, but I would go maybe like 20% reduction in accuracy. Well, 50% is better. Now gun has a very important role in the army, especially because of nature's blessing as well. You can buff your dragon with this, or your turtle with another 50% more health, which is quite a lot, and command increase the health as well. So now you might want to reconsider about gun, because he simply become very useful. Now it's about Bane. Bane got modified. And let's go into his abilities. First of all, you should know Barbaric Blessing used to reduce 50% damage. Now it reduced 40%. So this is like a nerf. This is a downgrade. Probably Bane was way too powerful. He was surviving way too much into the battlefield. So obviously taking 10% more damage, it makes a bit more sense. His durability has been downgraded a little bit. Another ability that he got modified, the Cornered Beast, which was supposed to be the buff for the Thanes or the Vikings. Now this ability, it allows you to train Thanes and buff them as well in the same time. So Cornered Beast, I personally don't find this very useful. This might be very useful in some situation. First of all, Bane is very hard to take him down below 30%. Second of all, usually when he does go below 30%, he's next to dead in the next couple of seconds most of the times. So he's not really going to use this ability very much. I don't find it very useful, but obviously until they are tested, that's the best way you can find out. Provoke. Basically what they did with the Provoke, I would say it has up and downs. You cannot provoke specific groups of troops like you used to. It does it automatically now. The Provoke is automatically. It does mitigate the damage like it used to. And it says here, every 15 seconds Bane challenges nearby enemies, forcing them to attack him while increasing his physical damage mitigation. So it kinda let you do other abilities instead of using Bane's Provoke. Obviously the first thing he's going to do, he's probably going to use Provoke, so he's going to start getting the damage mitigation, which applies to the other damage mitigation that it has in the beginning. So it's quite significant. It got 10% down on the Barbaric Blessing, but he gained this. So that's why I say it's up and downs. You can't provoke specific groups anymore like you used to, but now it does it automatically every 15 seconds, which is quite alright, I would say. Ferocious Charge. I never actually enjoy Ferocious Charge, and now at the end of the charge, Bane immediately triggers Provoke. I'm not sure if Bane is going to survive if you do the Ferocious Charge right between the enemy archers. I'm not sure that he's going to survive that. I would say that he's going to die. So I don't find Ferocious Charge very good. But if you are going to monitor the battlefield, and this has to be tested obviously, if you are going to monitor the battlefield and you see Bane that is next to dead, and you have Cornered Beast pretty high up in level, if you have Ferocious Charge pretty high up in level, then you might want to do Ferocious Charge into the enemy archers, give it a try, and with the Cornered Beast and Spinning Axe you might be able to do some very significant damage. I'm not entirely sure, as I said, it has to be tested. I still believe his sole purpose is Barbaric Blessing and Provoke, so he is like a very good tanking hero now. It used to be very good, but now that he uses Provoke automatically, I would say that it's slightly better. As I mentioned, I'm going to do 50 pull of the dragon chest. So here it is, 50 pulls. Open 10. Wow, I should have opened this on a resource event. 24, another 10, 16, 25. If you open them one by one, I'm pretty sure you do not get dragon glass. So I'm gonna go ahead and open one. Yes, you can see that if you open them one by one, you do not get the dragon glass. So I'm gonna open another 10. So I got 12, I got 16, I got 12, and I got like first one 24 or something. So it is something. It does worth saving them up. Whoa, and there it is. I get a runestone as well, and 20 dragon glass, so it does worth saving them up instead of opening them one by one. So if I would have opened this on a resource event like Lumber, Golden Elixir, that would have been like 300k, which is quite a lot. And look at that, now we got 3 runestones in there. So definitely save the dragonbane chest and open them 10 by 10. Definitely. Now you saw it at me, I've done it. You know in the future, and save the chest up and open them by 10. Another thing that came into update, and it was not into the description, is the activity. If you are in a dead kingdom like I am, we have no cities. Now you have a little bit of extra chest. You get 3 more chests on the same activity points, so you don't have to earn more activity points. In the same activity points you can open 3 extra chests, which they call them Subsidy Chests. And this is the first one. Your kingdom is eligible to receive a bonus subsidy. You receive the following rewards, and this is the first one, this is the second one, and this is the third subsidy chest. So I would say that is pretty cool. In total it's 6 hours of troops rush, is 6 potions, and I'm pretty sure it's around 600k in experience. That is pretty cool to help out the dead kingdoms, or people who try to fight in kingdoms that don't have any city, to try to help them out, you know, to prosper and all that. I think I pretty much covered as much as I wanted to cover. If you didn't know, I'm gonna show you. Oh, it doesn't let me to show you anyway. The tier 14 valor chest. but it's basically just a bunch of rare resources. It's nothing special about it. Now this was a 20-minute video, but I pretty much covered as much as I wanted to. So until next time guys, this is Legend Rooney, over and out. Be safe. Then don't forget about the succession war. If you are going to participate in it, they have fixed it. So if you are going to participate, our next one will be in 1 day and 15 hours. And that will be the last thing. Over and out.